Welcome back to New Day Northwest. You know, it may seem obvious, but how you decorate your home really does reflect who you are as a person. Some of us need a little help in fine-tuning our interiors and to really harmonize who we are. And to help us do that is interior designer Rebecca West. Welcome back.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we are so thrilled to have you. I was talking to someone about my own personal style, which can be a bit eclectic, but I'm sure that says something about me. And right out the gate, introverts versus extroverts, common misconceptions of what they really have in their homes.
Right, yeah. So we talk about personality types and people immediately go to labels. Like they're going to think extroverts like loud colors and big spaces, and introverts like, calm colors and quiet, hiding spaces. And that's not that at all, right? So extroverts, we want to engage. We want to be where the party is.
Yeah.
Now, 3 people in a stadium is not a party. 3 people in a studio apartment is a party. So it's not about the amount of space you have or not. It's about, do you have the amount of room that you need to feel safe and engaged, right?
I love
so
it.
Extroverts, let's be close and comfy. Introverts, let's still engage. I still like people, but maybe you stay over there. Let's have a little bit of space.
Right, right. I think that's fascinating. I hadn't thought about that. What about orderly versus messy?
Yes, right. Yeah. Okay, so again, no judgment, right? Orderly isn't better than messy, but they are definitely different personality types. And so if you are like an Enneagram type 1, you're a high achiever, you're going to need things. Everything needs its place. Everything has to be tidy. And so you want to design things that allow for that. But you also have to be honest with yourself about the other personality types in your home, because you may still be the one putting everything away. If you want your family to help with organization, then maybe think bins, not perfect pigeonholes.
So something kind of like what we're looking at here.
Okay, yeah. So this was a house, a very typical split-level home where you have that entry where there is no storage, right? Like where are you supposed to put your stuff, which can drive a orderly person crazy.
Yeah.
So we did a remodel with this client, turning that into a pony wall with storage cubbies for the kids' backpacks.
That is cool.
Right? So you just think of solutions that will both make your personality type happy and work with the other personality types in the home, so you're not creating battles between the different personality types.
I think that's a really good idea, is take it easy on the messy piece. All right, what about this photo here? What are we looking at?
Okay, so this was a client that was very bold, very exuberant, very extroverted, and she felt like her living room was just too quiet, too boring, too safe, but she didn't know how to take those risks that she needed.
Oh, I love.
This is the transformation into her space. So she is an extrovert, she likes gathering, so this is set up for spaces for people to talk with each other, and the energy of all the pieces elevates the energy in the room and encourages conversation. I showed this room to my very introverted mother, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, that's a loud room." But she liked a lot of the elements in it. It just needed to be pulled back because people create plenty of noise for her. We don't need our spaces to do it too.
I love that room. What about relationships?
Oh yeah, okay, so like the mixing of personality types,
yeah, like
right?
we were talking about the messy versus the neat.
Exactly. So, one of the things is becoming aware of what somebody else might need from the space, and that you might be thinking about it completely differently. In my book, there's a couple of exercises that are called mapping exercises, like mapping your home. So you just do a layout of your space, and you go and individually go, okay, what's my space and what's their space?
Right.
And make sure that you agree about that, right? Because you might be thinking, these are public spaces. It's okay for me to share these with my friends, but these are private spaces. We wouldn't share these with our friends. And your partner might be like, no, those are private spaces. I don't want to share any of those with my friends.
Clear, and then so this is where you created some separate spaces?
Exactly. So just going, okay, this is spaces that, yep, anybody can flow through this space, and then these are spaces where I've got my stuff and nobody's going to touch it.
Yeah.
Creating that dynamicness for the extroverted people and that safety and security for the introverted people.
What about personalities that like change? Like I do like changing things up a lot.
Yes. Okay, so as again, I'm not a personality typing expert, but I believe J's tend to like things to stay a little bit more calm, steady, consistent routine.
Okay.
And P's like change. If they don't get change, they wither and die like a plant without sunlight.
That makes sense because I'm a P.
Right?
All right. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm not, which is funny because I do a lot of change, but I have to have certain things stable in my life so that change is fun and not scary.
Yes.
So if you're a personality that likes change, then in your home, you might want to make sure that you, for example, don't overinvest because you're going to change everything real soon. So, don't overinvest. Choose things that you're not as afraid of, like letting go of, and maybe like temporary wallpaper. But if you need stability and security, go ahead and invest invest in heirloom furniture
Okay.
and real $10,000 rugs, because you're going to have it for decades.
For the rest of your life.
And that feeling of permanence gives you a sense of calm and security so that you can change the things that you do need to change in your life, like your job or your relationship and stuff that
I
can
love it.
matter.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Happy Starts at Home is your book. We so appreciate your time and your insight in this. We're going to be talking again.
I can't wait.